for 2 vacancies that would have occurred at the MDDA. And therefore, we are in the process of filling those vacancies. So I would then hand over to the support staff. I'm sure you'd have arranged on how you are going to approach the presentation and who will present in that score. Can I invite you to just brief the committee? I see that you are on 2 gadgets. Yeah, but as long as we can hear you for now, proceed.
Thank you, yes, I am on 2 gadgets, Chairperson. I'm still struggling with the main one, the one that would be able to assist me, or assist the one that that would be able to assist me to flight the presentation. But I think the laptop is not doing me justice. Probably I should just stick to the cell phone. Chairperson, yes, you are correct. The committee today is dealing with the discussions on the shortlisting process of the MDDA. That is the agenda before the committee. And Chairperson, I'm happy with the challenges that I'm experiencing with this laptop, that at least it is members who have said in the subcommittee before, and therefore understand the process. Chairperson, it is 2 vacancies that the committee would be recommending candidates for in the MDDA board.
Just mute one at the, for now. Just mute one because the echo is causing a bit of problem. I'm saying because the other one is still working, if you can just mute one, that would help. Otherwise, yeah, the background noise is hitting hard.
I think I'm just logging completely out because it will continue. All right. I hope that's better now, Chairperson. I've logged out on the other gadget, and I hope one of my colleagues is recording the proceedings of the meeting. Chairperson, as I was indicating, the 2 vacancies arose following the expiry of the term of 2 members, Miss Martina De La Togna and Dr. Nombeko Mbava, whose term expired in October of 2020. The committee had advertised last year, and we received, Chairperson, to be exact, 56 candidates were nominated for the MDDA. The list of candidates is available, as well as the summaries of the CVs of candidates, and also a link to the full CVs of all the candidates will be emailed to the members later this evening, latest tomorrow morning. We are just working on creating that link. And yes, Chairperson, what would require from the committee on the discussions is that they agree on the number of candidates that the committee will be shortlisting in its next meeting, as well as Chairperson look at the program of the subcommittee and have a little discussion on that and agree on it as well, so that it can be submitted to the office of the House Chairperson for formal approval. That is what would our request to the committee for now, Chairperson. I hope that I have covered the areas, and thank you very much for affording me this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Because may I just check if there's any member who may want to be clarified before we get to the actual discussion, honorable members? Or it's all clear?
All clear from this side, Chair. Thank you.
Okay. That being the case, honorable members, I will then ask that probably we can get that comprehensive briefing on where we are, number of people who have applied, and so on, and I will be able to access documentation and so on. So if we can get to that, Tembigosi, and then we will then tackle the part about the program, having agreed on how we are going to approach even the numbers, given that it's 2 vacancies now. I hope you can still hear Mr. Ngom.
Yes, and thank you, Chairperson. Yes, I can still hear you. Chairperson, as I've indicated, after we've captured all the nominations that we have received, the final number for the MDDA board is 56. And Chairperson, documents will be made available to members as we speak, as soon as I'm of these challenges that I'm experiencing, Chairperson. But documents, like I indicated, the full list of who applied, the summaries of the CVs of all the 56 candidates, their CV summaries, as well as a link to their full CVs, Chairperson. So all those documents are available. And in addition to that, Chair, it will be a document that will just assist members in terms of the current MDDA board members, as well as their relevant skills. And that document will seek to assist members also in preparation for the meeting on the shortlisting of candidates. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Tembingosi. Honorable members, I think because the information will then be made available to us immediately, is sorted on that part in preparation for our next meeting, as we would be adopting the program of the subcommittee for this process. However, we just need to also, so that in preparation for that meeting, we are clear on the work that happens between now and the next meeting. We have 2 vacancies, as already stated. There's been a general principle before of between 4 and 5 people in the vacancies that we have dealt with before. And I'm sure whilst honorable members would be looking at getting as many candidates as possible, we'll also be thinking about the time that we need to do this work, whilst we also are in order in terms of the other committee program. So I think we need to just agree whether we are going 4 or 5. And I think Honorable Mackenzie once asked this question at the time we were looking at previous shortlisting processes. And 5 would have been a number that gives you a bit of scope to work on if you are looking at one position to fill. And I'm sure members would not be saying probably we still have to get back to 2030, given the numbers that have applied. So I would want at least that we have an agreement as the committee on the number, so that then we times that number by the number of vacancies, and then we can work from that. That will help a great deal for the next meeting, so that when we do the actual shortlisting, we would have already agreed on the number, and that helps you to apply your mind as a member as you go through all the documents that we will receive immediately after this meeting. May I then invite members to comment on that, so that there is at least a committee decision on that. If I don't see your hand, you'll just indicate that you want to speak, but I do see Honorable Mackenzie's hand that he wants to speak. Yeah, if I'm missing any, you'll just indicate. Honorable Mackenzie.
Thank you, Chair. Just for clarity's sake, for my benefit, please, are we suggesting that 5 people interviewed per position, so we'd be looking at a total of 10 candidates for the shortlist? Is that correct?
That's what I was talking to Honorable Mackenzie.
Thank you, Chairperson. I'm fully in agreement with that.
Honorable Faku.
I support the chair.
Okay. So at this we have.
I also want to support that, given the experience of the past interviews.
So I take it that this is supported. Yes, I do know Honorable Kumbu would have indicated earlier on that he's still traveling between Parliament and the village. But there is a sense of agreement that we are looking at 5 per position, which makes 10. So we'll be looking at a short list of 10. Of course, we'll be guided by the information that we would receive, which also takes into account the skill set in the current members of the board, which includes those that they've just appointed, and we can take it from there. I think having said that, we will then need to get to the next point, which is the adoption of the program. If we can get then the presentation of the program, so that if members would want to change anything, would be able to do that.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Yeah.
My apologies. Can I, Chairperson, I just want to request Mr. Foss or Hajira just to give me the hosting rights so that I'm able to share the program. If they can hear me, because I see that it looks like I'm back. If Mr. Foss or Hajira can just give me the hosting rights so that I'm able to share documents.
Okay, I take it that will be done now, and then you can share.
I'm trying to do that, Chair. Because
Yes, Hajira. Am I audible, Chair?
Yes, can hear you.
Or
Yeah, if you can
I'm
share the
just still
document.
waiting on Hajira. I am not made co-host yet. If I can just be made co-host, Chair. Chairperson, can I suggest that whilst my colleague is trying to get me to co-host, if I can just, Chairperson, maybe speak to the program from, but unfortunately without flighting it, Chair, if that is okay with you.
Temikosi, I'm finding it difficult to make your co-host. I don't know what's going on. Can you, maybe I can just try to share it. Well,
All right, that would also ask.
let me try again. Mr. Foss, can you try on your side, please?
If you could just share the MDDA program, Hajira, in the meantime. Chair, is it okay if I can talk to the program whilst we
I just wanted to check with members whether they have received. Did you send the draft program to the members?
Chairperson, no, Chair.
Not yet.
Yeah,
you see, the reason I'm asking is because it does help to look at it as you speak, so that if they want to make changes, they are able to do that. Yeah. Honorable Mackenzie, is your hand up or is it at the time you're speaking?
My apologies, Chair. I'll take it down.
All right. Yeah, but maybe I can be guided by members on this one. I just thought it helps that you see the program and then you make inputs on the basis of what you see. Yes, so if there's a struggle, it would probably help Tembingosi if you could email it to Ajira to fly it on your behalf.
I'm on it, Chair. I'm doing exactly that as we speak, Chair, as we're speaking here.
Okay. Yeah, I think a few minutes would not do us harm because this will be almost the last item, just adoption of the program.
You know, Chair, having been, while they're busy, if I can just comment, having been the victim of a shooting myself, I can tell you those 2 minutes, one day they're going to really, really count. Just saying. And you never know when that day comes. You never know.
So you think they may be very harmful? No, I do not think it takes few minutes. I was once checked and they took my back. It takes few. I know that. At least that's where you see the harm, eh?
Yes, indeed. Or you see the blessing, Chairperson, the blessing in the time that's available to you. Absolutely, 100%.
Thank you. We welcome you, Honorable Kubeka. I can see you back. We did receive that apology.
Chairperson, I don't know what's happening. Mr. Gumbu is our host. How it happened, I don't know. And as soon as I tried to share, I'm just not able to click at all. It's just disabled me. So I click all I want here and nothing happens.
You're quite right, Ajira, because I see something here which I don't even understand what is it.
Okay. Honorable Gumbu, maybe you can assist us because it would appear that Mr. Force is not responding.
So Chair, how do I assist Chair?
Chairperson, I've also just emailed the document to the members. I think
okay.
Probably
so if you have emailed the document to the members, then that's better because then we can open it up on the other side. Ajira may also just share it on the group, which will also help in case of challenges with email.
I'll do that, Chair.
Please, that would help a great deal.
Chair,
so that's all. Yes, Honorable Mackenzie.
Sorry, with respect, Chair, sorry to interrupt you. The subcommittee program just came through on my email. Okay.
No, I was just making sure that for those that may experience challenges with access to the email, that it's also sent to the group chat of members, and then we can go through that quickly. Then in that score, Tembi Nkosi, you can proceed, Mr. Homa.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, and my sincere apologies for that those technical errors. Chairperson, the program starts from today with this meeting that we had scheduled to discuss this process and also adopt this program. The next meeting, which is proposed as the shortlist meeting, is on Tuesday, the 2nd of March. That is next week, Tuesday, from 6 o'clock till 7:30. And that meeting, Chair, will be followed by a proposed date of Tuesday, the 9th of March for the interviews. Chairperson, usually we would wait 2 weeks after the shortlist for the interviews, and that was to assist us in the past in terms of logistical arrangements, notifying the candidates, and logistical arrangements, as well as the verification of candidates' CVs, as well as the candidates' qualifications, as well as security clearance matters. However, you'd notice that on this program, Honorable Chairperson and members, we've scheduled the interviews 7 days after the shortlisting of candidates. But honorable members, the next meeting, which is scheduled for the 16th of March, this one is provisional. It's subject to the response of the Office of the House Chairperson on the committee application for the oversight visit, because this date does clash with the proposed dates for the visit of the committee. So should there be changes, should that application come back approved, this date will definitely change. However, Chairperson, as I indicated earlier, that usually we make reservations for about 2 weeks for qualification verification and the security clearance. Here, Chairperson, the proposal that we are coming with is that we proceed with the shortlisting, and then after the shortlisting, those processes start. And Chairperson, you know, sometimes they can take longer, which is why we've scheduled the interviews. But what we will, the committee will advise the committees that we not to go into deliberations until then those other processes are completed, even if it's before or after the interviews. So the proposed date, Chair, is Tuesday the 2nd of March for shortlisting, Tuesday the 9th of March for interviews, and Tuesday the 16th of March provisionally for deliberations on the outcomes of the interviews based on what I've just indicated earlier. So that is the program that I tabled to you, Chair. And then once the committee has, the subcommittee has finalized its process, and then we'll find a date in the committee program where the committee will then discuss and adopt the recommendations of the subcommittee. I thank you, Chairperson and honorable members.
Honorable Faku and Honorable Mackenzie, I saw your hand, or is it before?
Chair, if I can start.
Yes,
No, I
Faku.
did not. I was looking at the program. I did not see MDDA, but I see that it's highlighted in the second email that we've received. I just needed a clarity. I'm fine now. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable Faku, Honorable Mackenzie.
Thank you, Chairperson. Just on the draft program, if you look at the date for Tuesday, the 8th of March, that should be Tuesday, the 9th of March. Thank you, Chair. Yes. I'm broadly in support of the program as it's specified here. Thank you, Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. I've corrected that. Thank
Okay.
you, Mr. Mackenzie.
I think we then need to just also agree in principle that we take the deliberations at the time when there is feedback. I think learning from also the experience in the past, that other people may also make it difficult for you to complete your task in that score. But of course, the part that talks to a date that clashes with an oversight visit, we'll just need to look at that, because that can be problematic in my view. Because if you are in a space where there are difficulties with regard to connections, the connectivity, yeah, it may hamper the process. So I'm sure would keep that in mind, because the oversight is what has been prioritized by the committee, having not done any oversight in this term. So I'm just saying I agree that it's a date we should be able to review anytime, but I agree in principle that we deliberate when we have info. Otherwise, the other dates are clear from the committee side and they are supported. Should we agree that's how we sum it up, honorable members? Honorable Majosi and Honorable Kubeka.
No, thank you, Chairperson. Mine is just a quick one. I just wanted to check if maybe the times, did we maybe look at the program for the house sitting for all these Tuesdays, because I see it's 6 and the other one is 2. So did we maybe look at the times that maybe will be finished, maybe others will be in the house, won't be able to attend the committee? So will we be able to be flexible to move times if maybe we are not done at the house and then maybe come to the subcommittee afterwards? I just wanted to check with it because I see that we start at 6 and then ends at 7:30, 6 at 10, 2 at 3.
Honorable Kubeka.
Thanks, Chair, and greetings again to our members of the committee. Maybe firstly, the first one, maybe Honorable Majosi tried to cover me. Can I also get that clarity to say, because I can see the issue of the house just right now, Chair. You can see I came a little bit later. So obviously, we are going to be affected, especially those ones who are attending the house, Chair. So can I just check, Uguti, is it possible or on the issue of the time, maybe just to push, usually as we were focusing late in the evening, but we can just share all of us as we are raising, because now we can see that now we will continue until we closing this term, being attending inside the house, Chair. So secondly, what I fully agree, as you are saying, we will be flexible on the issue of the program, as we were prioritizing also the issue of oversight. So possibly, are we saying we can see ourselves even moving towards the end of March? Is it possible there? Because now we need to focus on the issue of the oversight. That's where we are going to play, as because he also was trying to explain, to say if we are affecting following those processes also of accommodating the issue of those to clear the members. But what I would like to know, in those vacancies, maybe more or less, can he just estimate to say maybe on the side of these nominees, maybe are they maybe there in 100 or what? Because I know these are the boards that most of the people are having an interest. Are we going to that huge number, or maybe it will be a number that can accommodate us, in order that we must work at least on the issue of a time frame? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Kubeka. May I just check here, because I do understand that you joined the meeting late because of the apology that we shared with the members here. The numbers were clarified, but they could just be emphasized again. And secondly, that would have agreed that would, in the shortlisting, just as a way of preparation, is that we are looking at 2 vacancies, and the 2 vacancies will shortlist 10, which means 5 per vacancy. That's what we will be looking at. So I just thought I should clarify that part. maybe Mr. Ngoma would want to clarify one or two things on points raised, whether you did look at the program of Parliament and so on. Over to you.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, the program of Parliament, yes, we looked at it, Chairperson, and from the latest draft that I have, it seemed that the challenges that we experienced in terms of time were only going to be for today. I've looked at Tuesday the 2nd and Tuesday the 9th of March. There are plenaries that are starting at 2 o'clock without an indication of the time that the House will adjourn. However, Chairperson, I think it's safe to say that where the House would be adjourning late between 7, 7:30, it is indicated on the program, which is on the Wednesday the 3rd and Wednesday the 10th. So, Chairperson, we took that chance because there was no indication on those days as to what time the House adjourns. Should there be a need, Chairperson, I think we'll just work together and maybe play around with the time and do the necessary changes. But I request that we do proceed on the days, even if we start few minutes and an hour late. I hope Chairperson have responded to that one. And Chairperson, just to indicate to Honorable Kubeka, who joined us not late, Chairperson, but because of the transport and the House sitting was delayed in joining us, that we have 56 candidates for the MDDA. So to me, Chairperson, it doesn't look like a big number because previously we'd have more numbers than that. So to be exact, we have 56 candidates. I've shared the documents already. If members can check their emails, those documents are there. The list of the nominations, the summaries of all the 56 candidates' CVs, the presentation that we would have made earlier, just to recap on the process, as well as the skills, the document that contains skills of the current 7 board members. Thank you, Chairperson.
Honorable members, I think that's the response. The program is ours, and we are expected to be also honoring the program on the House side. And if we were to be physical in Cape Town, all of us, you would know what would happen would be that you'll ask for permission to proceed if probably there's division, we're asked to come in, but it may not be possible on a hybrid environment. Would have to adjust with the time. At least it's in our control. We just have to manage the part about the external people, because if it affects the interviews, you really have to manage that. I think we were able to do that in the past, but there were some challenges in other times. But I think we can look at that. Honorable Kubeka, I see your hand is up.
No, thanks, Chair. I can hear a response from Ubabungoma. If it's like that with that number, and as the committee have agreed with 10, I know I think we will support, we can continue. And also, as we are agreeing to say, let's try to be flexible on those sides, just to balance on that side even of the House. But I hope we will manage to work, because at least if it's 10, it's that reasonable number, which means it's 5 per vacancy, as you are raising to say it's 10. Hence, they are these 2 vacancies.
Yes, Honorable Kubeka.
No, thanks, Chair. I'm fine.
Okay. Thank you, honorable members. I take it that then we have agreed that we have a working program which will be adjusted as the Parliament program demands of us, and that will adjust ours as such. And in that score, the application will then be made to the House Chair, tabling the program for the subcommittee in fulfilling the task that has been referred to the committee. Thanks for making time, honorable members. And I take it that we would work together also in the next meeting. As I said, the good part is that most of the members are those that at least are quite fair with the processes involved. Thanks for that. I know that there is another subcommittee at 8, which may require the same other members here to join that other meeting, whilst we release all others who are not in both subcommittees. But thanks for your time, and I know it's been a long day for us from the morning in the portfolio, the House, and we're still doing the work on behalf of South Africans. Let's keep it up. Thank you, honorable members. The meeting stays adjourned.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, colleague. Good
Thanks,
night.
Chair. Nyabona ufuna inwele zethu zibe mhlophe, Chair.
It is not my intention, but I can tell you, Honorable Mackenzie can tell you the story about the hair. He was a councillor before. When you get into local government, I can tell you, first time I went there, I had my hair. But I have to really keep it just combed now because it's gone.
Don't forget,
So
we are
that's
knocking on the door of being an elderly, Chair.
Okay. All right. No, I note it.
We don't
But
leave.
I like the energy.
The other one of the SIPC.
Yes, so I'm moving to the other one now.
Hello,
But
Sandy.
it's gonna be short like this.
Okay.
Yes. But remember, this one we also started a bit late. If we can start on time, we should be done by 1:30.
Okay.
Let me leave the person.
Can we start now, please? Hi, Katite, Gunjani.
Nyaphila sobote.
Yeah, nyaphila nam.
No thanks. Prince.
Okay.
Yo. Usaphilile usese strong.
Hey, I know you and Chair, and you always put us in marathons. It's hectic, but yeah, what can we do?
Hi, Prince.
I hear that your surname has changed now. You are Mackenzie.
Hi, Bo. And you must know, I'm the duty whip. That is why I'm in Sobolisile.
You did a sterling job, whip.
Hi, Ashe. No, ngamanye magama sawungena ngo-8. It's another link or is still the same?
It's still the same.
No, I'm leaving it. Or just check.
Don't leave. It's the same. It's the same.
Okay.
Whip. Don't leave. Yeah.
Okay.